Hello everyone, this is Danielle with Two Sisters Wreaths and More. Welcome to my video today. I am going to show you my absolutely favorite technique on a burlap wreath. This is how I make burlap wreaths all the time. It's just really simple and pretty and fun. So I am using a total of 4 rolls of burlap. And this is so versatile. You could use any kind of colors you want, but I often like to do the basic tan burlap and then some sort of color. So I found this check burlap at Hobby Lobby, got it while it was on sale, and I thought this would be so fun. I've never done the burlap with the tan before, so I really was excited to give this a try. So you're gonna need 2 of the burlap, the tan burlap, and 2 of either a color or this pretty check. And then you're going to use zip ties, or you can use, what I'm using is just pipe cleaners, and then a 14-inch Dollar Tree wreath form. So I'm cutting my burlap out. You're going to need 30 pieces of each. So you're actually going to use about a roll and a half of each one, maybe a little over a roll and a half. And I'm cutting them out at 9.5 inches. You can do anywhere between 9 and 10 inches. I just chose 9.5 today. And you're going to need 30 pieces of each color. And then I will show you, once I get this all cut out, our next step. So now that our burlap has all been cut out, we're going to move on to our next step, which is attaching our burlap to our 14-inch wreath form. And I'm just taking pipe cleaners that I've cut in half so that we're not wasting a bunch of material. And you are simply going to scrunch this. If you've ever made a pancake wreath out of mesh, this is the exact same concept. So you're just scrunching in the middle, hold on to that. It looks like a little bow. And then you're gonna do the next one and you're bunching it all together. So like I said, just like a pancake style, if you've done a pancake wreath, and you've got this little bow bundle. And then I always start out on the outside of my wreath form, and I just go in a pattern. So I go the 2 rings on the outside, the 2 middle ones, and then the 2 in the inside, and then I just go back to the outside. And I will be doing 5 bundles in each section. So there's 6 sections on this wreath form. So you'll have a total of 30. So when you attach it on the back, twist it on the back, and then I just cut off the excess, and then just try to like curl your pipe cleaner over so that it's not poking and it's not going to scratch anyone's door or wall. And then as we go, you will see that as you scrunch everything together, it's going to fluff up, and so you're not going to see your pipe cleaner. I usually use a tan pipe cleaner, especially if I'm doing this tan ribbon or tan burlap. I just didn't have enough, and so I am using white, which again is totally fine because it's going to get all fluffed up and you're not going to notice a difference. You could also use zip ties if you wanted to, if you like those better. And then the same concept, you'll zip tie it on and then just cut off your excess on the back. So don't worry if you feel like you don't have the exact color to match, because it will get hidden. So like I said, kind of do it in a pattern. You can start from the inside, make your way to the outside, however you want to do it. This is really easy to do, and you just take it one step at a time. So you're going to see me kind of fluff and scrunch. If you scrunch and one side seems a little shorter than the other, you can, like you see me here, I'm kind of pulling it, making sure things are even, and then lift up your previous bundle and tuck that one right up next to it so it's all nice and fluffy. Really simple method. You do get tired hands toward the end, so if you do have arthritis, this might be a project that might be a little difficult, or might be one that you might just have to break it down. You know, you do a couple sections at a time and take a break, or come back the next day and work on it again. Don't hurt yourself trying to do this. And you'll see at the end, I actually go to attach one on and it comes undone, and I think my hands were just getting tired. So, okay, we're going to continue with this. And like I said, you're going to see how it comes together. I always get so excited doing things like this because at first it just looks okay, but as you get going, it starts coming together. It looks really cute and you get excited. And again, this is so fun to do with any color combination. I have done this with so many colors, with tan and red. I've done it with yellow for like Easter time. In like Halloween time, I've done like black and purple, black and orange together. And I've even done three colors before. I've done Halloween ones that are black, orange, and purple, or Christmas ones where I've done like tan, red, and green. You can find colored burlap at Hobby Lobby. They also have it at Walmart. And I've seen them online too. I haven't really purchased any online, but I know Amazon carries colored ones and they have a bigger variety. They're just a little more expensive. So, and I'm one that I'm always going to shop a sale. So I always try to watch for them going on sale at Hobby Lobby just to save me and my customers money. Michael's also has burlap, but they don't generally have this color burlap. This is I believe it's 5 inches. And I'm not sure how long the burlap is. But so you don't want to get the burlap ribbon. You want to make sure they're just the burlap rolls. So, okay, so I'm going to continue this. You're going to see it all come together. And then we'll be adding our sign and our ribbon bow. So here I'm adding in my very last burlap bundle. And as you can see, this has turned out so cute. I love it. I just love the combination of the tan and the check. I just think it's really cute. So I always like to go through and refluff everything. And then now we're on to our sign. So this is a sign I got at Craft Outlet. If you haven't been on their website, you need to. It's a great site. They have all sorts of things, signs and ribbons, etc. So I'm going to use this 3M tacky connector. I don't know the exact words for it, but and I'm just giving it some extra security with some Gorilla Hot Glue, and then I will use the connector that's already on the metal sign itself to attach into the wreath. So, and now I'm moving on to my bow. I am going to be using 3 ribbons, a 2-inch ribbon, a 1.5, and a 5/8. I believe they are all from Craft Outlet. The red one might be from Michael's, now that I say that. So, okay, so this is one of my favorite bow methods to make. It's just really fun, and I don't know, I just kind of like it. It's just different. So with this one, you're gonna start out with doing a 6-inch tail, and then I do my loops at 5 inches and then loop them back around. And so what you're going to end up having is you're going to do 2 loops on one side, and then on the right side you're going to have the 2 tails and 1 loop, and cut that at 6 inches and then dovetail. And then as we move on to our 1.5 inch, we're going to do the opposite. So we'll do the 2 loops on the right hand side and the 2 tails and the loop on the left hand side. This is just really fun. It just mixes up your kind of standard bows. You can do just 2 ribbons. You could do 3 or 4. It's endless possibilities. You could do, I often do like 2 2-inch ribbons and then 1 or 2 of the 1.5 inches. So it's just really up to you. It depends on what ribbons you have, obviously, and what's going to coordinate with your wreath. So, all right, there's my last tail. And again, don't forget to dovetail those ends. And then I'm going to add in my last ribbon. This one's just a really cute polka dot. All right, so I'm going to make sure that I'm holding everything in really tight. And as you do your loops, just make sure you're really twisting that middle part so that those loops lay down really nice and flat. But like I said, feel free to get creative on this. And on this thinner ribbon, instead of dovetailing it, I just cut it on an angle. You can dovetail them, but I just decided to do it on an angle instead. But these are really just so versatile, so fun to do. Okay, so we're going to secure it with a pipe cleaner and then just fluff it up a little bit, which we're going to end up having to fluff again, but I just kind of like to see how it's looking. There's been times where I've made them and I've gone, I kind of think I want it a little bit fuller, and so I'll add in, you can add in extra tails by just cutting one long piece. Right here you can see I walk away because I decide that I actually want a ribbon to wrap around my pipe cleaner so that you can hide the pipe cleaner. So I actually just have this thinner, I think it's like 7/8. It's just like a braided rope ribbon that I got from Michael's, and I'm just using that to cover up that pipe cleaner and securing it with hot glue. And then I kind of thought the burlap part of it was just a good way to tie in the burlap from the wreath. So get that all secured, get all the glue off your fingers. I always get it everywhere. It was all sorts of stuck to my fingernails. And then gotta clean up as you go. I don't know about you guys, but when I make wreaths, or even when I'm cooking, I have to clean up as I go. I can't stand to have things all over my table. So, okay, so we're going to just attach this into our wreath. You're going to decide where you want to place it. I like to place the bows on my left-hand side, but I've done them on the top or on the bottom. It doesn't really matter. That is all your preference. So I'm going to place mine on the top, like kind of the top corner, top left corner. And I'm going to secure it onto the cross beam, the cross wire. I don't know what you want to call it exactly. That's on the wreath form itself, just so I don't have to worry about the bow kind of slipping. I'm not super worried about it in this form of a wreath because of how tight it is with the burlap, but I've had ones where I've put bows like on mesh wreaths, and just with gravity, it just kind of gets droopy and just isn't as secure. So I've gotten to the point where if I'm able to, I will attach my signs and my bows onto those cross wires. So refluff everything, and then we'll move on to attaching our sign. And on my sign, I'm going to just use the command strip that you saw. I don't know what it's actually, the 3M strip, that's what it's called. And then if you can see at the top there, the sign came with like a little hanger. So I'm just going to use that to my advantage. I was able to connect the top part of that sign onto a cross wire, cross bar, but the bottom I wasn't, and that's okay. It shouldn't go anywhere. It should be just fine. So this wreath was so much fun to make. I really like how it turned out, and I look forward to using that buffalo check again in a totally different style. feel free to mix it up. Use different colors. Use different, combinations of things. It is so fun to make this wreath. And I think you're going to get addicted to it. You're going to love it. And feel free to even post pictures in my comments of the ones that you try. I would love to see any color combinations you guys try. Get creative. I think that's the best part about creating things, is putting our own